Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, back again. Anyways, just doing a quick mic test here. Mic test. All right, I think my mic is good. So y'all, I should probably I should probably be a little bit better about this, but it's all right. Mic is working. We're solid. We're live. I also looked into it, why my kind of screen was like so, you know, white. And I was like, oh, I wonder why. Because I had the filters on it. So actually, let me do this. Defaults. Yeah, let's go ahead. Turn that contrast a bit up. Turn that gamma down. And we're good. Crisp and clean. No more of that white filter thing. Either way, market is about to open up here in 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, we're going to be opening up here. So, oh man, the New York session today was rough for a lot of people. Lots and lots of people. But we're going to be trading my eval. I got two of my accounts that I waiting on a payout for one. I requested it this early morning. Normally, this platform that I'm with, they're a lot better. They sometimes get it done before the New York session open, but they've been lacking as of late. Maybe it's just because I haven't been taking that many payouts. Who knows? Who knows? But I got another payout coming out. Should be coming out by midnight comes for me because that's when it updates. So when I wake up the next morning is usually whenever I'm gonna request it. So if you wonder why I'm down $5, this is for some reason still showing the past session. So if you follow my mouse, this was just I started this evaluation, it brand new, bought it today, and just logged in basically I killed a $40 trade. I'm super rich, dude. Freaking $40. Take that, world. Freaking celebrate that. But I have one payout that I've requested. It hasn't been like approved yet. It's gonna get approved. It just hasn't been taken out of my account. So I traded only one funded account today, and I'm gonna be taking out another payout on that after, like I said, in the morning. Market's about to open up in 50 seconds. As always, this stream is for entertainment purposes only. Do not copy any of my trades. And 90% of day traders lose money, so trade at your own risk. All right, don't even like you didn't even see me trade, okay? You're not even here and you didn't even see me trade. I'm just here. I'm like, I'm an illusion, okay? But now that we are waiting for a trade to happen, you know what? Maybe I will take a trade. Who knows? Kind of crazy though. Let's go look at the daily chart. So all day the market just freaking, oh, look at that. We opened up at 25,286 basically, and we shot all the way down to 24. Like if you had just sold, I mean, I don't know, someone out there caught the top and just held on all day. That's insane. If you caught that, props to you. And we are open. Oh my goodness, everybody freak out. Oh no. Opening up with the gap to the upside. We got VWAP. Oh, so now my VWAP actually pops up. Son of a freaking gun. So we are below VWAP. We've got some room to the downside here. What's going to happen? We're going to leave this ES thing here. Again, setting my brackets. Go ahead and set it up correctly. Might try to be aggressive with this. This is technically would be day 2 of it, so I'm not really that far. So I'm gonna go ahead and be a little bit aggressive with it. See if we can take this entry down here. I'm gonna mute myself so you don't have to hear them. I missed it. Well, that's okay. Let's push that back down 1, and we'll be good. Just gonna make sure. Just gotta make sure my mic is close enough because I've been listening back to my streams and I think my volume is a little bit low. So yeah. Either way, we got lots of stuff. We think we're good. As always, I think there is a delay on my stream. So do not copy me at all. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna fill this gap right now? ES is actually moving to the downside. I'd still like to see us take a jab at this short. Maybe we can lock in the 10 points. It's toying around. All right, I am in. ES is kind of moving down to the downside, so that's why I'm also taking this short right here. Obviously, there's a gap, and gaps always typically get filled, but what I want to see is if we can move on down and fill this gap here later, maybe around top of the hour. So right now it's 5 o'clock on my end, 5:02. So I'm gonna wait to see if we can get this pump back down, and I think top of the hour is when I would like to see the gap get filled. So I'm in light right now. I'm just in one mini contract with a 50 tick stop loss and then a 10-point take profit. So now all we can do is just wait. So immediately in the red, probably should have seen that happening, but if we take a loss, it is what it is. This is just an eval, so I'm not too stressed about it. I will definitely be aggressive with this as well. Not gonna lie to y'all. Especially since I'm on day 2 of this one, definitely brand new. I don't want to spend too much time in the what do you call it? Evaluation phase. Yeah. I can't think straight. But looking like I'm gonna get taken out of this first trade here. Let's see what happens. ES is moving down. It's not moving up for the gap. So I wonder if they're just playing around where I get stopped out and then the market would tank down. Or does it want to come down? Overall though, if it wants to come back down to break even, I might take that break even trade. But right now it looks like I'm about to get stopped out here. What's gonna happen? This market just gonna take a deuce. 15 points. Wanna do me like that? Do me good. Yeah. Do me good. What is that? 17. My entry's at 1550. So if you're looking at the bid, it's at 22. It looks like they're going pretty aggressive up there. The ask is at 24. So if it keeps moving up, I definitely will get taken out. But if the bid is going to be going down, it should drive the price down. ES, on the other hand, is not moving up too, which is also why I wanted to take this short based on what I've seen in the past, obviously. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. New 5-minute candle over here. Not a good 5-minute candle, but that's all right. Is this VWAP set correctly? Yeah, so we're above it. Oh. Just so y'all know, Tradevit's been acting a little bit weird here within like the past couple of days. Very, very weird. I think a lot of people, and this has happened across other platforms as well, where traders are getting stuck in a trade and they blow their account, which sucks. I think some of the prop firms are making it right for the traders. Thankfully, like that's a good thing. Like props to them, no pun intended, right? For making it right for the traders. Because if you were on a funded account and you were trading and you lost money that, shouldn't have been that big of loss, and you lose that account and you don't get that back, it's tough. But I think it's they're making it right, so we can be happy. So I'm about to get taken out here of this trade. What's going on here? What is it doing? Am I going to be saved by a tick? Is this what's about to happen? I'm not going to complain. If it wants to do that, hey, let's do it. All right, I am on the right account though. Thank goodness. I am not on my funded account. I don't think I'm ever gonna trade a funded account in the Asia session again, unless I learn how to trade the gold. I think gold is pretty good. What is gold at? I think gold is GC. Is that what it's at? Yeah, gold. Where is it? GCQ. I don't even know the ticker for gold. Well, I don't know what. Are we on the AB? What CQ or something like that? So this is the E-mini Dow. So that's a YM is going down. Let's pop on back here. Now we wait. While we wait, we hydrate. If you know, you know. ES is dumping down too. I think if ES can break down, we should be able to get the flush. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So yeah, if we can get ES to, I'm just thinking out loud. I think if ES can bump down here and continue selling, should be able to get that sell. But it doesn't have to happen, right? We'll just wait. Oh, sorry guys, you gotta see my ugly mouth. I will though. I just, I don't like it because we're so up here. If the market wants to bump back down, I would definitely take this for a break-even trade at most. There we go. So walked out of that with about, I was at $40 with this account in the first day, so we're now at 50. So I'm up $10. I'm rich. I just want to let you guys know that I am the best trader out there because I've made $10, and all you peasants today lost your accounts. I'm just that much better. Just kidding, guys. It's a joke, all right? Have some fun. Either way, if the market wants to dump, we'll let it dump. But, oh man, my target was just down here. I didn't want to hold on for that. And I literally got saved by a tick. Like, that is insane. Like literally a tick. How does that happen? I should make a short of that. Actually, if you're watching this, and you're an editor, and you make a reel out of that, I feel like it could be comedic, right? Because, you're a tick away from it. I'm okay that I didn't take profit. I got out at break even, to be honest. I hate taking losses, even if it's on eval. Just being honest. But if you make a reel out of that and you send it to me, I will personally give you $10. 10 Venmo, Cash App, PayPal you 10 US dollars. It's a first come, first serve. So if you're watching this stream after the fact and you decide to do it and you make a comedic video out of it and you send it to me, I will pay you $10. Or I think $10 is fair. I'm not the richest guy in the world, so sorry. For me, $10 is quite a bit. But there's the offer. So it could be whenever too, right? This could be like a week down. But if you do this like a month down, you gotta make sure you reference this stream of like, hey, you said on this stream on October 22nd of 2025 that you would pay $10 to whoever made a comedic video if they send it to you. Now it has to be good quality, okay? I will say this. Let me take it back. If you send it and I like it, I will pay you $10 for it. And you might be saying, well, what if you just post it and don't give it me? No. If the quality is good, I will pay you. All right? We'll just put that out there. Because I'm not just going to upload it. You'll see that I stole it if it's just on my shorts page. But, it's a promise. This is not financial advice. But, I'm a man of my word. So whenever that happens, I guess that happens. Or I just take the stream down and nobody ever gets a chance to do it. Is that what happens? So we're now under VWAP. Mike, you could just tank down, but it is what it is. We ain't worried about it. I am not stressed. I am free. Namaste. Anyways, recap on today. This morning could have gotten pretty ugly. I want to recap my funded account. Because the first trade I took, it wasn't even a trade out of a setup. I was just kind of gambling a little bit. Not good, right? But we opened up at the New York session, and I really just wanted to get in, make my $200 and bounce and get the payout, right, that I wanted. Took a loss, got the money back, took another loss, got a little bit of it back. And there's just like a up and down. So it was not good overall. I'm glad I got out of that trade at break even because that would have taken me out right there. But either way, this morning session was good. I made about $290, enough just to get me to the payout that I want. I'm not really mentioning the amount because I think I'm gonna start keeping that a little bit more private. Just my payouts. I think I mentioned it a couple streams a while back that I'm only gonna talk about, or I guess mention the money of my payouts once I get to a record. But for now, we're just we're good. We're doing good for the month. We'll say that much. If you want to keep up with, I guess, my journey, quote unquote. But I'll tell you what, with the power of hindsight, should have bought here, right? Boom, would have gotten to take profit, but it's okay. But now that we're moving up, the question is, are we going to fill this gap up here? So I'm going to take a look at ES because I like looking at the two. Perfect. This is what I like to see. Both are moving incongruent. Now, this is the 5-minute chart I'm looking at. It's not the 3, but I mean, they're both basically, moving at the same rate, which is good. Gap is filled. So the question is, are we going to keep pumping up? Move up to this level up here at 50, maybe chop a little bit, small pullback, and then we shoot up to 75. Is that something that could happen? We do have a pivot point up here on ES, 6740. Let's move on over to NQ. Yeah, I mean, NQ is following the same thing too. Pivot point up here at 60. So, I mean, there's a good chance, we do touch that pivot point, maybe right here. Kind of just thinking out loud. And if you see me shifting my head, it's because my camera is actually, I'm using a Osmo, DJI Osmo. So it's kind of blocking a partial view of my screen. So I'm having to kind of move my head around, look at it. But we are above VWAP, so right now, I think I would be interested in going for a long play. Kind of just thinking out loud. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I think the best thing to do here is wait. Like every other trade. Just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And this is $5 positive, but don't look at that. I realistically should be showing $10, okay? So this is incorrect. At least the P now. But the trade itself, yeah. 6 minutes and 55 seconds. My longest winning trade was my biggest trade ever, the $7,000, which is on my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, it is on there. Okay. It is on there. What is, am I stepping on something? No, I don't know. Okay, maybe it's just me imagining myself. Who knows? Maybe I'm just imagining things. So we are pumping up. I think if we could get a good little pullback, form some kind of bull flag, I would be interested in going for a long play. And I'm not really going to target these highs. Maybe just keep a 10-point take profit. I've kind of switched back to more so of a scalper's kind of mindset and scalping more than usual. Because sometimes, like, I normally want to get 20 points, but more than most of the time, I get like 15, 10, 15. Maybe it comes up 19. Maybe it gets a takeaway and I get greedy. I don't take the profit there, and then it comes back, takes me out, and then I just go full on full port because I'm pissed that I didn't get my take profit because it came a takeaway. So scalping is very nice, going for like small 10-point winners, because like today, for example, I guess this New York session, I don't know how many people were just holding their trades. For me, I'm in, I'm out. Give me my money. Give me my money. And I walk away. If you guys are wondering what's in the background, this is the mirror. It's a body mirror, okay? Don't judge. I just don't have any other place to put it now, so I'm just kind of leaving it out in the open. So y'all can judge all you want. Perfect here. We're moving up. Pull up my other screen. Yes, it's still kind of moving up. So are the bulls gonna just come up to this high first? Like, are they just gonna pop up there and not pull back? Is that what's about to happen? Seeming like it is. So not much happening right now. Just gonna be chilling. Gotta stay hydrated, y'all. All right. Sorry if it's cringe, but I like water. Water is good. Keeps the soul clean. What are the chances that the market just fall on V reverses? It just says, "Hey, screw you guys. I'm going home." Just pop on back down. But we don't know. I am glad that I figured out my camera situation because it was looking a little bit like white, and I was like, "Why is that? Where's that glare coming from?" Turns out I still had the filters and whatnot on it, so that's why it was a little bit brighter. I had to do it for my other camera. So that's why the quality should be a little bit better. It usually can shoot in 4K, but with OBS and I'm using to stream this, only you know, allows the 1080, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not one to judge. Let's make sure it doesn't overheat too. If it gets too hot, I'm gonna have to kill the stream. Because this thing was not cheap. It was $700. Used one of my payouts to buy it. Best purchase available. Well, not available. best purchase, one of the best purchases that I made. It's a nice, small, sleek camera that you can hold. Not too big. You can vlog with it. It came with a mic and everything. A little pouch just can kind of get you going. A little tripod too. Super nice. Quality is amazing. Only downside is that it's more so like a vlogging. So if you want to like zoom in, like far, it doesn't have that. It has the capability to zoom in like a 2x. That's really about it. Yo, we ain't getting no pullback. It says nope. You ain't getting that chance. I don't know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. Do we have any other traders that are live? I want to pop in their stream. No traders that are live. Am I the only one? I know there's another Asian guy that usually trades. I think his name is like Tiger Stock or something. Yeah, tough. Looks like I'm the only one. I think everybody kind of had it this morning. Everybody got whooped. I don't blame him, dude. You know, I don't blame anybody. I almost got whooped today and somehow kept my head on my shoulders and was able to make some money. There we go. Here's a pullback. Let's wait for the next candle. So the next candle should be opening up. What I want to see this is we close, we get another red candle down here and form like some kind of wick to the bottom side. That's a little bit dangerous right now. If it wants to just wake up and let it do that, then there we go. So in the next minute or so, we should get the next candle. We are above VWAP. Everything's looking pretty solid. Are we going to be able to get that pivot point to blast through and go up to 70s, 25,000 and 70? You know, wouldn't be bad. Now we just wait. Take a quick scalp. What's happening, man? That I know that this is Asia, and that candle looks big. It's not really. I mean, I guess 15 points. Honestly, that's actually pretty good. But now we want to see this hold. And we go attack those highs up there. Or I could just flip on here. Who knows? Who knows? And boom. Perfect. Something like this would be great. Come down, break under 40. Hold some consolidation for a move up. I hope this doesn't just go boner candle green and then it just automatically shoots on up. Here we go, 38, 37. I'm looking at the bid, seeing how it's flirting with the idea of coming down. 36.50 should get tagged in here. 39, 37. So a new 5-minute candle opened up. If this goes up to my take profit, I'm canceling out this trade. I'm being patient, wanting to let this trade kind of happen out. I don't think I'm gonna fill. So the bid's not coming down any lower. This is what I'm looking at. So 39.40. 40. 40.25. Yeah. Look at that. Well, I guess I got lucky earlier. I got saved by a tick, and now I don't be I guess don't be a dick for a tick, right? Like they say. Oh man. Oh, is this coming down now? Am I gonna get tagged in? It's like the market makers are watching. They're like, hey yo, I might just have to mark it in here if the market doesn't want to sell down. I'm canceling this trade. Oh, talk about being a dick for a tick. Oh, this is frustrating. I just want a full port right now. But we won't. We won't. We might, but we won't. We won't. This happens so often. ES isn't pumping up yet, so maybe we still have a chance to get in. But you know what? Now that we ain't doing nothing, screw you. Market probably just wants to drop down now. Know what I mean? Just all of a sudden, just yeet. Just keep selling. No pullbacks. Like this, it's not the dip. This is where it just tanks. You know, sometimes you're expecting a dip, but in reality, it's just a tank, not even a dip. Like that. All right. Well, screw you, market. You know what? Playing with my feelings like that. Get me all excited about getting in, but maybe I did get saved by a tick. Because what if this just starts tanking? You know, there are, what's it saying? Happy accidents. Bob Ross. Happy accidents. Happy accidents. Let's check out what ES is doing. If ES is going to pump up, then, you know, wouldn't mind getting back in that juice. Take a bit of an aggressive approach to it, but for now, we're going to chill. I can also take another trade tomorrow too. I'll just come back during New York. Seeing some good here. If we hold consolidation, I still would be, you know, maybe have an appetite for to go long. Right now, we're just not really getting a good setup the way I like it, but it might be worth it at this point now. 28, so it's 5:28. We have with 5:29. We have another candle opening up in about a minute, 50 seconds. As always, there's a delay on my stream. Oh, I think I can't tell if my Wi-Fi went down. My Wi-Fi has been really, really, really freaking trashy here, lately. You know who it is? Freaking Cox. No pun intended, but they suck. There we go. Seeing perfect. Let's go ahead and put this order here. I might just have to mark it in. Wait for this next candle in about 7 seconds. 6. Looking good, looking good. Just had a cough there. So it looks like we are holding the consolidation, which is great. Let's take a look at what ES is doing. We're holding it. There we go, tagged in. See if we can hold VWAP here. Just playing this off of the dip, but maybe I played myself here. Either way, I'm in the trade now, so I like it. I like it. Picasso. We're holding above VWAP. Looking to see VWAP hold here. This is part of what I trade, as I just like doing the flags, go up trend. And if it stops me up, it stops me up, you know? So be it. But above VWAP, like before this pullback, that's what I was looking for when I spoke earlier. Yes, I'm looking on the other side. Not looking too hot right now for the bulls, but if we can hold this level and pump it back above 41, basically, I think we should get a pretty good pump back up to 47. 47.25 around there. So we just have to see if this level will hold. And here's the thing, I don't know if it's gonna go up. It could come down for all I know. But here's the thing is it's in my setup. So I probably could have got a better position at 36, but you know what? 37's good. I see my setup, and sometimes you just have to take it. Even if you don't feel it. I'm trying to become a little bit more of a robotic trader instead of getting so emotional, but man, is it tough being a freaking robot trader? Like people talk about, oh, you don't need emotions. I'm like, dude, I have like, you never get rid of emotions. You always have a piece of, I guess, the game, piece of your mind in the game. You know, taking losses is not fun. Anybody that tells you otherwise is a liar. Well, maybe if you, it would be different. I think once you make a lot of money, let's say you have a lot of money you've made, I think the feeling is different, right? When you don't, when you're not desperate to make money, you can definitely be more robot. But I think that's what is really the biggest thing is, being desperate for money. Because shoot, who's not? If you grew up poor, it's like that's all you want to do, right? Is make money. And if you're day trading, we all want to be free of our jobs, just be a full-time day trader and whatnot. But sometimes that causes us to be greedy, and greed gets the best of us. It ain't pretty, because sometimes it can be ugly. So, it's just part of trading, man. But if you could get rid of your emotions, somebody out there can do that. I'm just not at that level yet. Now, is that an excuse for me not to get there? No, absolutely not. But definitely would be great getting there one day. I think once you don't have to worry about making money, if you can get in a state to where you're not worried about making money, I'm not saying it's going to be easier to make money, but you definitely feel less, I guess you're less pressured to make money when you don't have to make money, if that makes sense. And you can trade more freely. You see the market more clearly because you're like, you know what? I don't want to take a loss, so I'm not gonna take this trade because I don't want to lose money, and X, Y, Z, and blah blah blah, and whatever it is. But it can be easier. It can be easier said than done. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It can be easier said than done. All right, what's happening here? Oh, maybe is it gonna be a dick for a tick? And why am I gonna be a dick for a tick? What is that? 46.75. So we came about 2 ticks away. Take a look. Boom. All right. And just like that, we are up $200. So, if you missed that and you're wondering, why did you take that trade? I was a little bit indecisive, but I decided to start being a little pansy and just get in, and just take my trade. So 10 points, there we go. The market could kind of grind up now, but wanted to see the pullback. Because I shorted here, I got saved, thank goodness. I didn't, go for gold. Then shoot for the rich moment, even though it was only 10 points. We moved up. I just saw power in the candle, waiting for that pullback or above VWAP. So confirmation is just, hey, what's happening currently right now? Everything else, I mean, you could probably look at this and be like, oh, what's going up? Duh, Sherlock. But anyways, I'm gonna look at that whenever a session opens. I'm more so looking at the trend of what's happening currently and trying to trade with the current. Right. One of the best things that I've learned over time is someone said it's in one of the videos is a lot of the traders. It's not just like futures traders. It's just, someone said the traders in like Wall Street, those big capital movements, those guys don't look at all the tools we have. They look at the now and at the future, right? Trying to get the scope on what's the news coming out in the future, what's happening. So they look at they trade in the present and in the future instead of looking in the past, because sometimes the past has already happened and it can be deceiving. So going with that mindset, it clicked for me. I was like, oh, I need to trade in the now and trade on what I see, not what has happened, right? And trade on what I see. After that, kind of helped me out a little bit. I was like, okay, so everything else may be pointing up, down, whatever. But for me, I'm just gonna trade what I see. So good thing I took that 10, that sweet little scalp is what I call it. And that's normally what I would take too, even in the day during the New York session. Once I make my $200, I'm kind of like, I'm good. I want to be done early as possible and walk away. I think I should be getting my third funded account tomorrow too, actually. So let's go ahead and log a trade there. Let's make sure I have everything. MQ. There we go. Logged in the trade for that one. So that one should be good. Let's turn that back. I'm looking at my other screen if you're wondering what I'm doing. Just want to be sure it's passed, but I just want to be triple sure that the trades get logged in. Talk about getting a good juicy trade. 5 minutes are looking good. I mean, I think the Bulls still look to be a little bit in control. I'm kind of just thinking out loud. Could be wrong, but definitely glad I had that short scalp. Like I said, this is why I'm switching to like 10 points. I've seen a lot of other trades out there. Just take the 10 points and it adds up. Now, do I want to just make $10,000 in one trade? Oh, yeah. Every day. Who doesn't want to do that? Especially with the profit that I trade with too. Like if I could just take daily payouts, even at just, if I make 10 grand and I only get 80% commission, not commission, 80% split, yo, that's still $8,000. That is solid. Give me that in a day. And I love numbers, just kind of predicting, seeing what the future would be like, doing some quick math. If you make $8,000 a month, obviously this is not net, this is gross. You would be making $96,000 a year. I don't know what taxes is too. I'm not an accountant, so we're not gonna get into that. But that's not a bad income, to be honest. If you're making like anywhere of the 70,000, you're already, I guess, in the U.S. like a better class wise. Now, if you have a family, maybe not much. But if it's you and your spouse both working, great. But if you're a single guy, you know, luckily I don't have a partner, no kids, and I have roommates. So it's like my expenses are very, very low, and I prefer to keep it that way. I think one thing that I'm definitely blessed to have been able to learn is just keep my expenses, live below my means is what I'm basically saying, is live below my means. And I think a lot of people out there live way above their means. And that's the reason why they live from paycheck to paycheck. And this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but I don't think we really much of a, there is inflation, but like as far as like money wise, you see some people do some of the, buy some of the stupidest things, some of the most craziest, and you're left wondering like, why would you buy that? And people that complain about, here's the thing, I understand groceries are expensive, but some people buy like, if you're buying just the things you need, I understand that it sucks, right? And you're like, well, I want some treats, I want to eat this because it tastes better. You're right, but do you really need it? I mean, do you really need it? If you just bought the bare necessities of what you needed, you could cut your expenses by so much. I'm into fitness as well. If you guys have seen my video, I work out basically almost every day, right? 6 days a week. And for me, I know when to splurge and when not to splurge. So I keep my grocery bills very low to a minimum. On the weekdays, just get what I need. And also, I was looking at a stat, one of my buddies sent it over, of like the state US states with like the most, I guess, obese people, and the state that I'm in is in like the dark red. Like they're in the bad. I'm like, man, it's true, people just can't control themselves, and you just keep spending money aimlessly on stuff that you don't really need, and you wonder why you're broke at the end of the day. So that's my spiel. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What are we looking at here? Market's still stalling out. That of a false breakout ES. We'll pull it up. It's kind of hanging out here a little bit, broke down, but the two are still saving. So this could just be a consolidation point for the market to move higher. Now that doesn't have to happen, right? I could be wrong. Nobody can really ever make a full-on prediction of this is earlier from the New York session of me just logging into that trade. This one break even basically, and this one, here we go. Does it show it? No, you don't want to do it? What just happened? I just showed it. Whatever. It is what it is. Holding up here pretty good. Looks like the boat's coming back. I mean, I think if they can break above 50, should be a pretty clear shot up to 60. And, they might even try to run it out. It might be like a stair stepper of death is what I call it, where it slowly grinds up. But this area up here is an area of interest. If the market can keep going up, which honestly is not bad. I mean, you look at that, that's 30 points. Even at 1 mini, like that's solid. If you can make 30 points every day, right, you're gold, even on 1 mini. That's $600. And if you just keep stacking up the compound effect, it will just keep, I don't know. Little things add up to a lot. Sometimes can be very hard to see that though. Because with day trading, you can literally make money now, which is something that makes day trading so dangerous. And with day trading, man, if you hit lucky, you literally, I mean, there are stories of people becoming billionaires overnight just because they struck basically gold, no pun intended. They got lucky. Well, not really lucky, right? It's a little bit more skills because you put yourself, I've said this before and a couple streams ago, luck is just being in the position at the right time for the opportunity. But if you don't put yourself in that position, then you don't get that. So it's not really luck, it's hard work, right? You work hard enough and you somehow get lucky because you get put in that position. So those traders, hey, they just don't happen to, keep up with the stock market. They put their bets on and it paid out. But yeah, you can, day trading, if you can put yourself in that position, you can become a millionaire overnight, which is nice. But I think that's a dream that gets sold so much. A lot of people come into day trading thinking, oh, I can just get lucky and make one big trade. And once I get that money, I'm not going to trade anymore. I'm just going to go invest into something else. But the reality is that the chances of you winning that are so small that it's best if you're already in this game, right, to just focus on learning to actually day trade because you learn a lot of great lessons on the way too. And here's the thing: who's to say that you don't actually, become a millionaire too? You eventually will learn so much that you'll be making millions of dollars. Oh, here we go. Okay, breaking out. Here we go. So breaking 50s should be coming up to 60s here. I think 70 is a pretty good target. It might be a little bit of a little scrum up, a little bit of resistance, but holding that. ES was also holding up as well. We are above VWAP. Are the bulls going to be able to hold this is going to be the question. So coming up, we're approaching 60s. We have the ask at 54. It's only climbing up to 55. So the bulls are there. Can they keep this momentum going? It's just a question now. You might be thinking, well, if you saw that happening, why didn't you get in the trade? Well, here's the thing. It's called exhaustion. If you haven't experienced this, it is very real. When you take a winning trade, you're like, man, let me just sit back and take a little bit of a mental break to go right back in. I'm like, what are the chances? Because you have thoughts of like, if I go back in, is it gonna pan out? In this case, it would have, right? But I'm not greedy, dude. I mean, $200 on this account. I might trade it a little bit more for the New York session tomorrow on this evaluation account. I hope I can get the money taken out of my second funded account so I can trade that, and then my first funded account, I'm gonna be taking a payout on that as well. I should be getting my third one launched tomorrow after they pass it tonight. And yeah, just keep stacking up. Goal right now is to get the full 500 and just really take my time with it. We're pushing on up, so cool. I think the bulls have taken this. I would probably be a little bit kind of thinking to myself here. I would not want to short. Not right now. But I wouldn't go long here either. I don't like chasing. Like I said, when I enter my trades, I love to be close as I can to the bottom. So when I do enter a trade, it's, I got here at 37. Like you saw earlier, this is not exact, but this is my stop loss. Like this gave me plenty of room. So I'm like, if anything happens and I take it out, that now invalidates my trade. And looking at me here, I'm like, okay, well, I play within the chop range as well. So if I take profit and it fakes breakout, you know what? I don't care because I got my 10 points, I got my money. And once the actual trend happens, now I can be like, okay, two-piece combo, biscuit, no water, well, we can go in. Actually, always have water. If you eat Popeyes biscuits, they're good. Have it with honey too. Absolutely perfect. Let's make sure. I think my Osmo is not getting too hot. Okay, which is great. 5 minute. That wick is pretty nasty, but 3 minutes looking pretty solid. If ES can pump up, I think it'll take NASDAQ with it. Kind of keeping track here. I haven't ate dinner yet, so I do have to eat dinner too. This might be a little micro pullback, and then it just keeps rocketing up. Showing good strength. Willie Bowles have enough power to keep pushing it through. We'll see how tomorrow goes. It would be nice. I think I'm gonna try to. I still have to still have to get 2 more counts in order to get the full 500. I might try to be aggressive with it and just push the two. Try to get it, you know, fast as quick as possible so I can start stacking up the cash. I've been taking a better approach with my funded accounts, kind of building it up instead of usually just going all out, try to get to 2,000 one day. I've kind of just been splitting it up. Try to do it in 2 weeks, $200 a day, really, really easy. And sometimes if the volatility is still ongoing, then I would keep trading. Looks like the market's coming down, so maybe if you maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was a good area to short, but for me, that's why I didn't go in. I'm good with what I've got. At $200. Even if I didn't trade again tomorrow too, I would be definitely happy with this on eval because it's today will be day 2, so I'm like, there's no rush to really pass a eval account too. I just want to rush it because I'm at a point to where I can make money from a funded account. So for me, I'm talking about my own experiences. It doesn't make sense for me to spend so much time in an evaluation phase. That for me would be losing money, right? And I say losing money, it's like a figurative speech, is because my time really, like the way I'm being now, is my time is really important to me. So I'd rather spend a little bit of the money now so that I can, get closer to my goals of becoming a full-time day trader. And it sometimes can backfire a little bit, but I want to get to the funded so I know that when I'm trading, hey, this is actually going to be benefiting me. I'm making real money that, I can eventually pull out instead of being in the evaluation phase of be like, oh, well, I blow this again. I got to trade another 5 days, which, it sucks. But if there's ever a platform out there that you could just buy like a funded account, well, I guess there is actually, but be able to take payouts day one as well and just pay for the funded account from right there, that's what I would be doing. Or a 1 day pass. 1 day pass and you can take daily payouts. Oh, market's coming down. Sheesh. Good thing I wasn't in that trade. But yeah, that's just where I'm at currently right now. Seeing a lot of other traders out there, instead of just going for broke, they take their time, take small profits, but once they do get to the payout, they're able to take out a huge payout. I'm like, man, that's nice. This is powerful net accounts. I just have to find out what platform I would want to take next. I think Trade Day is very similar to this one that I'm with. So I might go and hop on over there too. And I'll be honest, if I do go over there, I am going to try to get an affiliate link. I'm just going to be honest, okay? Because I have nothing to sell to you, I have nothing to teach. But while I'm here, my goal is just to make as much money as possible because trading is nice, and I've said it before, but I don't want to be trading for the rest of my life. I'll be honest. Trading now is just a means to make capital. So I can take that capital, build up my capital, and get to the point where I can start investing that capital. That's my ultimate goal. And kind of live, I guess, quote unquote, passive. I want to be a passive investor down the road. Trading's nice. It's definitely a great skill set, and I'm blessed to have be able to be in this position to do this. I'm very thankful for it. I'm not saying that I'm not ungrateful, okay, but I'm very thankful for this. But eventually, when I'm already like I'm 25. I'm only getting older. I don't want to have to be sitting in front of the screen. And although it can be it's not hard, right? You just sit in front of the screen and click buttons. And some days I'm literally done within you know, minutes, seconds, if even, if the market open, and I can walk away. But choosing that or just really wake up whenever I want, not have to do anything, and just have the money coming in, hey, that's where it's at. What's going on? Maybe they're really just consolidating here and trying to squeeze in as many of the shorts as possible and then shoot on up. Let's make sure my camera is not getting overheated. I don't want this thing to die because the battery can't really replace it, to be honest. Oh no. Alright, did not want to record. I'll just delete that footage here in a bit. Overall, though, I think I am done trading here. I mean, I took my one trade, two trades, and kind of mentally fried, especially from my daily duties. So if you tuned in, appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell because I am trying to go live more often. And I think I'm going to be streaming. I'll probably be live streaming during the Asia session on Wednesdays a little bit more often than I have. So you don't want to miss the entertainment. Have a good night. As always, don't be stupid. Take your trades.